Hi families, this is Miss Tran again. This is my last video. It is part 3 of the mini-series on the importance of routine. In this video, I will talk about schedules, how they are used at school and should also be used at home to maintain consistency, routine, and structure. Let's begin. Schedules. Schedules and routines are important for children because it is good to know what is next. Schedules are the basic activities to be completed daily, and it provides structure. Routines represent the steps done to complete the schedule. Schedule and routine help children feel secure and understand expectations. For a child with autism, setting up a schedule can help the child feel more secure as they anticipate, predict, or count on what is next. Furthermore, they help reduce challenging behaviors. It is never too late to start a routine or a schedule. Routines occur at school and it can occur at home. You can set a good example for your child when you tell him or her, "This is something we have been using each day. It is called a schedule. We are doing this together." Each activity in the schedule can be taught and all of the steps to complete the routine. For example, you can announce in 5 minutes it will be lunchtime. Clean up your toys and wash your hands. If the child is not listening, direct the child by giving the child eye contact to put the toys away, then having him or her go to the bathroom sink to wash his or her own hands. Here I included an image or a visual from Google Images, and it includes a schedule of a typical day of school and home combined. So this schedule starts from 7 o'clock to 8:30 at night. So at 7 in the morning, the child wakes up. At 8 o'clock, the child goes to school. At 2:30, the child goes on a field trip and is home from a field trip. And at 3 o'clock, there's snack time. At 3:15, there's homework. At 4 o'clock, there's TV time. And at 5 o'clock, it's outside play. At 5:30, it's you can help the parents set up the table for dinner time. At 6 o'clock, it's dinner time. And at 8:30, it's bedtime. Schedules can provide stability when the schedule is similar day by day. Some things that are done daily and generally consistent are waking up in the morning and going to bed at night, and meal times like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and taking a bath or a shower. Here I included a couple of visuals. The first visual is a boy sleeping, and the second visual is a girl eating breakfast. Both of the things are done daily and generally consistent every day. When you stick to a routine, you teach your child how to arrange his or her time in a manner that is efficient, productive, and reduces stress. This sense of order is not only important for making your 6 or 7 years old child feel secure at the moment, but it will also allow your child to incorporate a sense of how to organize his or her life as he or she grows up. Here I included an image of an adult using her planner. And she uses a planner to help her stay organized. I have a planner myself, and I use my planner to also keep myself organized. I organize how each day of the week is, and in how each month could be as well. In school, there are 2 types of schedules. The first one is a whole class schedule. This is for the whole class. It represents the majority of activities during all parts of one child's day. Here I included an image of an example of a whole class visual schedule. This includes morning announcements. It also includes morning tubs or morning work, class meeting, whole group meeting, independent work, centers, read aloud, math, packing up and getting ready for dismissal. Then there's music time, and then there's dismissal. A second type of schedule is called the individual schedule. This is just for one person or one child or one student. It is individualized to meet the individual's own activities and needs. In school, an individual schedule would include pull-out or in-class services from the speech therapist, occupational therapist or OT, or a physical therapist or PT. Some students also are pulled out for ABA services. Some students can also be pulled out for resource room services or for ELL, ESL services. Here I included two visuals of an examples of individual schedules. One of the visuals is an individual schedule that bought for Bobby, and it includes morning circle, table time, desk time, bathroom time, and playground. Once the student is done, or once the activity is over, the student can then pull off the Velcroed image from the schedule and put it in the all done folder. As you can see, the yellow folder or envelope that says done on it. The image that I included next to Bobby's individual schedule is an image of 4 different individual schedules of 4 students in a classroom. At home, you can use the whole family schedule. If your child has an in-home speech service or an activity that is unique outside his or her own family members, your child can have his or her own schedule. Sometimes the schedule changes because of vacations or visiting a friend or relative. Children do need to learn how to be flexible and manage with minor changes. If there is an interruption to the routine, you can tell your child, I know we usually do have playtime now, but today we are going to go to Auntie Liz's house because she misses you. Tomorrow we will go back to our usual schedule. Here is an example schedule without visuals that can be used during this time of school closures. In this schedule, it includes before 9 o'clock is wake up time. From 9 to 10 includes morning walk. From 10 to 11, it includes academic time where there's no electronics involved. From 11 to 12 o'clock, it includes creativity time where the children can play with Legos, drawing or crafting and playing music, cooking, baking. At 12 o'clock in pink, in bold pink, is lunchtime. At 12:30 is chores. You can assign chores to your children or child. And at school, I know that some of the teachers also assign students classroom chores or jobs. From 1 to 2:30, it's quiet time, where your child or children can read and play with puzzles or nap. From 2:30 to 4 o'clock is academic time, where it's okay to use electronics, and the students can play with educational games on their iPads or board games. From 4 to 5 o'clock is afternoon fresh air. From 5 to 6 is dinner time, and from 6 to 8 is free time. And then from 8 o'clock is bedtime. You can choose 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock depending on the age of your child or children. So thank you for listening. Next, I'm going to show you some individual schedules that I have at home that I use with my students when I was teaching. This is an individual schedule that I made for a student of mine when I was teaching. So there's 2 columns, 1 column, 2 column, and on one column is the schedule, and then the other column it says all done. So in this schedule, it includes breakfast, morning circle, music, work, lunch, and then dismissal. So when something is done, so let's start from the morning. When breakfast is all done, you have the student take off the visual. As you can see, there's Velcro on both sides, on the visual and on the schedule. And you have the student put the visual on the all done. And this helps to show the student what is next and what activities are already over. So when morning circle is all done, then the morning circle will then go on the all done. So by the end of the day, all of these visuals and activities will be moved to the all done side. So the next school day, the student will start over again with the visuals on this side, but with different visuals, so that it is the same schedule for that day. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the schedule could look different for each student. A second schedule that I have is this schedule. This schedule is for my student who could read, and that's why there's no visuals, there's just words, and for a student who could tell time. So as you can see here, there's no hands, no shorthand or longhand, and what you can do is you can use a dry eraser marker to put the shorthand on that time. So for example, if dismissal is at 2 o'clock, the shorthand will be drawn for 2, and the longhand will be for 12 to indicate 2 o'clock is dismissal. So again, this is for a higher, our student who is able to read, who does not require visuals, and for a student who can tell time. So these visuals have Velcro on it as well. So once an activity is over, the student can take off the visual, and the student can switch the schedule, or put the activity on the back of the schedule. All right, so those are 2 examples of individual schedules that I have that you can also use at home. Have a good day. Bye-bye for now.